Again, Dr. Miriam here, family nurse practitioner at Innate Healthcare Institute. Today, I want to talk about supplements. Such a big topic, especially with all our kids who my parents often come in and say, but my kid doesn't take supplements. Yes, I understand. We're going to work on that. It's a common issue. And so I have some things here I want to talk about. I did create a parent's guide. If you want a link to the parent's guide on how to give supplements and things I recommend, the kind of tips and tricks, it's going to be posted in with this video, so you can download it there. Some of the main things I tell parents are this. First, understand that your kid pushing back is a kid being a kid. Autism, neurodivergent, neurotypical, that is a kid being a kid told that you want to do something or you want to give them something that they don't want, and they're going to push back. Most parents, I say, give it 1 to 2 weeks of being consistent and trying every day to give a supplement. Give a very little bit of the supplement. You don't have to give the full amount, because if they waste it, then you didn't waste a ton of that supplement. So you start with a very small dose. First thing I say, don't hide it, right? Parents will say, oh, I put it in their yogurt, or I put it in their food. I put it in their soup. I put it in their water. And I was trying to hide it. And then, surprise, surprise, they stopped drinking the shake. They refused the soup. Because you're telling them it's the same thing. This water is just water. If I put this in here and tell you, no, but it's just water, they're going to go, no, it's not. Doesn't matter how he's trying to convince them. They are so keen, especially our ASD kiddos. They're so keen to smell and taste that good luck. So, because that also then breaks a bond of trust. And then it also makes it so whatever you're giving them, which I've had parents be like, oh yeah, we give them these great shakes and we can kind of hide some fruits and vegetables in there. And then they try and stuff a supplement in there. And then the kid's like, I'm not going to drink that anymore. And the parents are devastated because that was their way of getting, basic non-smelly supplements into them and nutrients. And so whatever it is you're working with, my recommendation, don't hide it. Tell them, hey, you're going to get this medicine's in here, the supplement's in here, whatever it is, it's going to make you tailor it to what your kid likes. If they like to dance, it's going to make you, make dance so much easier and more flowy just by taking this. If they like Spider-Man or Batman, it's going to make you big and strong, like whatever the character. Like, make it interesting for them so they go, oh, I want that, right? So start there. If you come in with your kid and you're so connected to him and you're like, oh, we got to take this thing and it's going to be so hard, they're going to match your frequency. They're going to match you and go, okay, let's make this hard. If you come in and it's just lighthearted, it's like, hey, this thing, it's really good for you. It's healthy. It's going to help you be big and strong. They'll match that frequency. Okay. They're going to pick up exactly they're going to match you exactly. Start there. And then I tell parents over and over again, if you're doing a supplement, if you want to mix it in food, some good food options, if they eat them, are, anything that is soft and mushy. So applesauce, bananas, take a slice of banana, smash it, mix it in there and give it to them. It's fine if you want things like, people say, soup or a little bit of Hershey's chocolate, like any of those things are fine, but take a small amount of that, separate it into a cup, mix the supplement in there, mix around, pull that spoon and give it to them. Do not take a whole cup of yogurt. Do not take a whole applesauce and mix it in and then expect that they eat that whole thing. Because disgusting, you don't want to eat it. They don't want to eat it. And you're just extending this period of like, bleh. Don't do that. Take a small spoon, separate it, mix your supplements. If you're on one of our plans, and Dr. Ash and I typically have a lot of supplements included, then we typically will tell you what you can mix into what, okay? And so usually we try and make it so you can mix multiple supplements into one capsule, spoon, whatever it is, into one timing. So mix all those together. And so I'm just going to kind of do a little demonstration. I always recommend a syringe. This is a 5 ml. Most medicines that you get for kids come with a syringe much like this. I like the 10 ml syringe. You're having a 6-year-old myself. I like the 10 ml syringes because I think sometimes I get right to the 6, depending on how much liquid I use. And so I prefer a little bit bigger, and it's still done just one thing versus having to fill this twice and giving it to them. Even though the syringe is a little bigger, it's still just one versus 2. And so kids are more amenable to using this versus using 2 of them. So see if you can find them. Some medicines, if not, you can, you can probably find it online super easy. Find it in a grocery store super easy. You can ask the pharmacist, "Hey, can I just get a syringe? I want to give my kids meds." Like, that's another easy way to do it. Um, so I have, let's just say we're mixing supplements. I have a little bit of a B complex here, which actually tastes pretty good. I'm going to do a tiny bit. And so if we're mixing supplements, I'm telling you, hey, take XYZ supplements together, literally in a cup, mix a little of the supplement. If we know most of our kids don't take capsules. So if the supplement comes in a capsule form, which the vast majority of ours do, and parents will ask, hey, can I get a liquid form? Sure, any capsule can be turned into a liquid. Pretty easy. So understand that we don't have a lot of liquid forms in a lot of the things that we're using. But for any of you wanting to know which vitamin I like, it's this one, ANRC. It's gonna come in a bag. It's a powder. The capsule is kind of ginormous. I mean, for me, this is a big capsule. And so if your kid can swallow pills, I somehow taught my daughter who's 6 to swallow pills. Woohoo! But I was able to get her to take the ANRC before. So if you do the pill, the capsule versus the powder, it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same powder. Okay. So again, we're going to turn the capsule into a powder or into a liquid. So parents who ask me, can you turn it into a liquid or do you have liquid? I sure do. You just mix it yourself. All right. So open it up. And sometimes I say use half. And so that's about, using half. Just cap it back up, save it for the next day. Okay. And then use it again. So in this case, we're going to use the whole thing. This is the ANRC. If all of you remember, because I talk about this often on my lives, it's disgusting. It smells B vitamins. It's disgusting because it just smells like B vitamins. And B vitamins smell strong. So A, take it with food. And B, I do it a lot. A, B, 1, 2. Valley makes fun of me for it. But anyway, so I literally have the littlest bit. This was my liquid from this. I have the littlest bit of liquid in here, and I'm going to mix it. If this mixes sufficiently, here's the thing I love about the ANRC. Besides everything that's inside it, which I totally love, and all the ingredients, which I totally love, it has no fillers. It has nothing in it that's going to make it thick, that's going to make it, the whole point, make it taste good because that's a filler, that's a flavoring, that's a coloring, whatever it is. And we don't want those things. So I have this, surprisingly, really well mixed with just that supplement I was using. So here's a visual. I'm going to kind of tilt it like that so you can see it, of with just that tiny bit of B vitamin. So parents will say, well, I have to mix a lot of liquid. Tiniest bit of B vitamin that I put in there, that whole thing mixed. So that's part of what I really love about this supplement is, guys, we don't have to use a lot of liquid. It's going to be stronger, but tell me what you would rather. A thinner consistency, multiple, syringes of a thinner consistency, disgusting tasting med, or kind of just a concentrated dose to just be wham, damn, done. Like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, right? Just done. Okay, so I took a little time here because sometimes it can take a bit to mix into it. But what I love about this one, because I've tried other ones for you guys. Trust me, we're always trying things here. And I've tried other liquids because parents will say, hey, is there anything else you can use or other powders? And they were thick. And I tried it and I was like, I can't even do this. So it's not as strong tasting as the ANRC, but it was so thick that I was like, I can barely get this down without A, having to take a ton of liquid, and B, I can't pull in a syringe. So trust me, this is the best for many, many reasons. So anyways, I'm going to tilt this sideways. I'm going to pull it up in my syringe. Oop, there we go. And it pulls up so super easy. Look at that. So I don't even have, I'm just hoping this doesn't spray. I did that with the B vitamin. So B complex, which you wouldn't necessarily take these two together, but B complex, and that could be one of your supplements, and a little bit of NRC. I got 3 milliliters. Very concentrated, but 3 milliliters. I could also use a little bit of liquid. And if you can open another capsule, so you can open multiple capsules into one, mix them up, mix a little bit of liquid. I got 3 milliliters. Most kids will take this, no problem. And then I usually tell parents, take it with something like with food of some sort. I haven't eaten, but I'm going to go ahead and take it just for you guys and see. It's disgusting. Actually, it's not so bad when you mix it with half. But it's not good. but it's doable and it's healthy. I mean, healthy, it's good for them. So that's what I mean when I say little bit of liquid. I literally mean what's the littlest bit you can get away with that you could literally put in a syringe for them, pop it in their mouth, and they're done. And then you, of course, then follow it with the cup of liquid that has nothing. And they know now they'll trust this has nothing in it, right? And so then you follow with this and give it to them. I'm gonna take a little more. But that I hope that helps. And other tips that I have on that handout, the other thing is if you try to give this and you fill this and you're trying to give it to me, you say, okay, honey, I need you to take this and it's gonna make you big and strong and all the things you're gonna say. And you hand it to them and they go, no, I don't want to take it. Don't make it a huge deal. You know, you can ask them maybe once or twice and say, please, like, I need you to take this. This would be helping for you. Be a little bit persistent, but don't make a big deal because if you give them too much attention because they're not taking it and you make it a big deal, do you know what they're going to do? They're going to go, oh, cool. The more I resist, the more attention I get. The more I resist, the more I rile my parents up. I'm going to keep resisting because that was fun. The more you say, I really need you to take this, explain to them once or twice. And if they don't, you say, okay, we're going to try again tomorrow. And that's it. That's not so fun. And you come back tomorrow and you come back the next day and you come back the next day. Do the same thing over and over and over again. I promise, or the vast majority of our kids, I promise you, in 1 to 2 weeks, they will give in. It is a game of wills. Who's going to give in first? That is kids being kids. In 1 to 2 weeks, you will get them taking the supplement. They're not going to like it. They're going to complain through it, but you just go, it's 2 seconds. Now you just take the thing, drink the water, drink anything but water. FYI, juice, milk, alternative milk, whatever. But I promise you 1 to 2 weeks, you'll get them take it. And then I have parents come back and tell me this. I'm so glad I'm so glad we were persistent. I'm so glad we kept doing it because now I can give them medicine. When they're sick, it used to be so hard. Now I can give them medicine. So you're welcome. You can do this. Let us know if you have questions. Bye, guys.